Hi everyone, this is Alina from Petals Fields Florist. I hope you're doing great today. Today I wanted to show you have a tutorial on a centerpiece for a coffee table or for a reception table, whichever, but I personally wanted to show you how to do one with antlers, real deer antlers. And I couldn't find any online for what I wanted to do for this specific event that I'm creating these centerpieces for. So I'm like, well, why not just give it a shot and post a video and see what happens. I think it would be really beneficial if you wanted to do it yourself or anything like that. You can spread the message, spread the word on how to do it. So here's what I did earlier today. And this is specifically for a fall event. I wanted to make a fall centerpiece there, if you see the antlers, and I used a little bit of everything, honestly. I wanted to stick with the more fallish colors, so I used a little bit of bright colors here, as you can see, dendrobium, orchids, have the delphinium, which is blue here, and the scabiosa, which is chocolate, and they have a variety of different colored roses. I have the blueberry dark purple and orange. I have tulips that are orange, spider mums, eucalyptus, and pampas grass as well. And I wanted to show you how to do it, with not a lot of greenery. I wouldn't want to stick with that specifically because this event called for more of a compact design. So here I started out a little bit. I wanted to show you just to give you a look. So you have to use a container that's sturdy. I chose glass specifically, and I dampened the oasis foam. I soaked that for a few minutes, and I used a waterproof oasis tape here. And I secured it enough where I stuck the antlers in between the oasis so it can be sturdy, and it doesn't move, surprisingly. It's great. So yeah, just so you have an idea of how to secure the antlers to the oasis and the container. So I used the pampas grass, the focal flowers, this is my chosen flowers that I used. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep designing and show you what I come up with. Oh, and I have some berries and eucalyptus and some more fall leaves. Now, if you don't have antlers, you can buy them online. They're the fox ones, which aren't real. I specifically had some hunter friends that were able to allow me to use these for this specific event. So if you don't have some hunter friends, you can just go online on Amazon. You know, they have everything online. So. And there's a nice little trick here I like to use. If this piece is way too long, or any piece for a flower, you can cut it. You can cut it to the length that you desire. And you can now use two. What I love about the scabiosa, it's actually a fragile flower, but it's so sturdy. It doesn't really break that easily, and it shows off really well as an accent flower. Now the trick I like to use for this arrangement is I need to cover as much foam as I can. And I'm trying not to do that with a ton of greenery. So I don't want the foam to be exposed and the tape. So I'm cutting the flowers, the focal flowers, a little bit short than you usually would for a vase arrangement or anything like that. So I'm using the 40 centimeter roses. And here's what I have so far. I think this is going to be an interesting one. And I have some tulips, which are unusual, I think, to be able to have access to this time of the year. It's end of November, it's almost December. I'm glad that they had that in stock. And you can purchase your flowers at a local wholesale florist, that's what I have done. And sometimes I like to order at places such as Florida, where they have wholesalers and they have more variety of flowers that are more you're able to have access to, because it's sunnier there and the growers are able to get you the flowers you need. So I want to be really careful not to break anything or move the antlers. So I stuck that tulip there, right there in the middle. My favorite thing about designing flowers is that there's no rules. I mean, there's basic, of course, foundational rules that you should know and be aware of, but technically there isn't. You know, whatever looks beautiful to your eyes, you know, go for it. Don't be afraid to try something new. Again, I'm trying to cover all this. Hey, Serge. I don't want to cover the antlers. I want them to show off as well. So I'm going to make sure that they... Serge is trying to make me laugh. Get out of here. And sometimes you want to stand back and see what you're creating so it doesn't look like a big old blob. Now something like this, I don't know, would take about, I don't know, I would say if you have everything prepped which I like to do personally before an event or a wedding that I'm doing. I like to prep all the containers, tape the foam, whatever needs to happen, so you can just work on the design the day after, or the day of the event, or whenever you're deciding to make it. I like to keep them fresh. I like to do it the day of, if I have time, or the day ahead. I'm almost done adding all the flowers, so the next thing I want to do after this is add the berries and the fillers. That is what I would like to do. You can also group flowers. You can keep them in the same area, so that could be an option as well. So you don't only have to spread out each stem of flowers. Now it's time for filler time. Woo! I have these purple berries that grow pretty well this time of year. They still stand strong. And I have rosebuds and seeded eucalyptus. So I'm going to use shorter stems to cover the foam. Now that's something I've observed a lot, not a lot, but what I've noticed is in some pictures that you can notice the foam and the mechanics, and I think that designers, or if you want to try, just make an effort to cover as much of the foam as you can, since it is noticeable on pictures. I think sometimes more so than what your eyes can see in the moment, because you're so focused on designing, and you kind of don't pay attention when you're in a hurry as well. So don't be in a rush. Take time to make beautiful things. So I like to snip these shorter. Now I'm going to have some fall leaves. I like to use a little bit more, keep it heavy on the berries or the foliage to cover the tape because I made sure to keep it secure from the antlers falling. Almost done. Add a couple of greens here in the front and in the back and around the sides, and you are finished. Bye, Serge. Love you. Oh my god. Anyways, folks, that is how you make a centerpiece. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me on the link below. And if you or you know of anyone who is getting married, let them know. I can make their arrangements. And I have a deal going on now with the free wedding consultation, which we can sit down in person and discuss the quotes and all the details of all the flowers that you'd like for your wedding, for your special day. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're having an awesome day, and hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.